Hi everyone and welcome to the second last episode of Lessons with Louie this season. Today I'm delighted to be joined by Bobbi Arlo and Ella Cannon. Bobbi is an up and coming musician and her new single Berries launches on Friday and you guys have to hear it. And you will get a special sneak preview if you listen to the end of this episode, and to be honest guys, it's going to blow up Irish radio. It's an absolute banger. And Ella is a friend, she's in charge of the Good Buzz team, she is a filmmaker, she's a genius, she's an actress, she's everything. So listen to the episode. We talk about the music industry, we talk about longitude, we talk about Cardi B, we talk about how to break into it and what hard work really is in the creative world. So without further ado, let's get the show started. Alright guys, welcome to another episode of Lessons with Louie. Today I'm joined by the very talented musician, singer Bobbi Arlo, and the fantastic producer, member of the Good Buzz label and Good Buzz team, and everyone here is from the Good Buzz with me today. And are you on a good buzz today, Bobbi?
Absolutely.
Always
on a good buzz.
How are you?
Always on a good buzz.
On a good buzz. Now, could you help explain what you do?
Well, it's a collective.
Yeah, it's a collective of artists, which is Bobbi, Waxis, Khaki Kid, John Louie, Vinci, with their own kind of little genre, own niche each. We just kind of help each other out, I guess.
We're all different styles, all different like styles of music and techniques, I guess. But like also, it like Good Buzz expands out into like different genres. Like there's Ella's on the team, she's a part of the Good Buzz. Like she's not, so Good Buzz is based off the artist, but like we have a whole team. Like there's Ella, there's Tony, who else is on it? Can't remember anyone.
Cameron's
on it.
Yeah.
God, there's like Sarah's on it. Like there's so many people who are like who form Good Buzz and who help it run as smoothly as it does. Like it's not just the artists.
So why form a collective? Why not do your own individual thing? Why come together?
I think everyone's stronger together.
Yeah.
Like I think when we started out, we were all very young artists. Like the only established artist was Sean, and because he was doing it for years beforehand.
Yeah.
But I was only like the reason I got pulled into it was I did backing singing for Sean like once. I met him on a bus back from Knockanstockan or something, and I sang and he was like, "Here, do you sing?" And I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "I live in Stamullen, can you come down to my house and sing a song for me?" And I was like, "Yeah, grand." So I did some like oohs, and then I like sang a riff or something over one of his songs, and he was like, "Wait there." He walked out of the room, came back in with Tony, Tally, Vinci, all them, and he was like, "So we have a thing called Good Buzz and we want you to be on it." And then when I joined it, I think that's when it kicked off.
Yeah.
And it's just basically like it's a collective of people who have all different styles but help each other. Like I do backing singing for Sean, like Vinci does DJing for all of us, like JLo plays guitar for all of us, like Khaki just kind of floats, doesn't he?
Khaki floats, he's great. You could just leave him and he does his own thing and he comes up and he just comes
he's
up
very good with business stuff.
Yeah.
Like he has a brain for business.
Yeah.
Like
he's very smart. Yeah.
He knows what to hit and where to hit it and stuff like that. Like I think one of his songs is on like 10,000 or something.
Yeah,
I think the 100,000.
100. Oh Jesus! Oh sorry.
Did he get in contact with one of the like hip hop of today pages or something like that, and then they put him on?
What
I
was
think
it called?
they contacted him or something, and they took his song and they made a video over it. And it was just that page had a lot of
What is it
subscribers.
called again? I can't remember what it's called. It's like a big YouTube page, anyways. But because of that, the video went mad. It like hit like in the first like hour. I think I was with him. It was like 40k in the first hour, which is crazy. And we were all like, "What the fuck? What the fuck?" We were refreshing it. Every time we were refreshing it was like 2,000, 3,000 more views. We were like, "What is this?" Because none of us like we got like 10 likes on our Instagram, and like we're just not used to that sort of thing. So he was the first one to he was actually the first one to hit 100k.
Yeah.
Because Sean was snapping. I remember that he was like, "Fuck, like I'm doing this longer than anyone." And he like I'm supposed to hit 100k first, and he just wouldn't do it.
Oh God! Now Ella, how did you get to here? What was your journey to Good Buzz to this place you're at?
Journey. I guess I started.
What's your background?
My background is with you, Louie. You know this.
Oh, well,
we grew up together. We were best friends.
Tell us about that awful time in your life.
Oh God, yeah, that was terrible. I started with Sean. I think when he was doing bits, he started his music. Shit, what am I doing?
When Sean was doing bits.
I should probably be more
when
specific.
he was doing bits.
Okay. When Sean was doing bits. No. When Sean started his career.
Well, I started doing musical theatre when I think the first time I went on stage I was 6. I played Annie in the musical Annie.
I thought that was a different musical.
Yeah, no, it sounds like, doesn't it? It sounds like a different musical.
The musical.
I'm actually in a like Britney Spears rework.
Oh,
that
right.
musical, you know. It's
Once
really cool.
Upon a One More Time, I think
Yeah.
it's called.
Right? That's not a real thing, is it?
Yeah, it's coming to Broadway.
Shut the fuck up,
Yeah.
hardly.
I think it's opening next season. Once Upon a One More Time. I think it's what the working title.
Grant, so we're going to New York.
Oh, okay.
And we're going to see that because that's a dream. But yeah, anyways, I started when I was 6 and then kind of just got hooked on singing. And I thought musical theatre was what I was going to do my whole life. I went and I studied it. I started college when I was like 8. I just turned 18, I think it was. I started in IMT, which is the Irish College of Musical Theatre. And I did 2 years there. And then I switched over to ACD and I did a year in ACD and then I bailed because it was very expensive.
Yeah.
But also I wasn't really sure if I wanted to do musical theatre anymore. Like I love acting, I love singing, I love dancing, the whole lot. But I kind of just wanted to be a singer and that's all I've ever really wanted to be. And it was literally the same time Sean kind of discovered me in a sense. Like I would always throw stuff up on Instagram, like covers of like songs that I liked and stuff, but like they'd be 30 seconds and I'd never post a full cover and I'd never show my face. Like it would just be a black screen.
Who is it singing?
Who is it? I was like the Sia of Instagram. But yeah, so Sean picked up on me and then was just like, you need to do this full time. And then I actually have no confidence in my singing ability, as you know. I think I'm shite and I don't know what I'm doing most of the time. And I still think to that day, but the Good Buzz crew always like helped me out and Sean was like a big part of growing into who I am today, like being able to go on stage and stuff like that, so it's really cool.
And why do you not believe in your voice?
I just don't like the sound of it.
You're shy. No one messing
feel
up.
I feel
She's
it.
just
No,
very-
I just don't like the. I don't know. You know when you listen to someone's voice, you're just like, oh, that sounds really nice. I like that. Or whatever. Every time I hear my voice, I'm like, what the fuck? But everyone else seems to like
but
it.
everyone
So
else, everyone
Johnny,
feels that
give
way
us
about
a
their
bar.
voice.
hell no, absolutely not.
Is that about no?
No,
Hell no.
hell no. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm sure you're streaming. I've never actually seen you live.
No way.
No.
I've only done it 3 times, right? Twice and then plus Longitude. I played
Yeah.
Longitude, which was fucking the weirdest shit. Like I literally played, the first show I played was Soundhouse, wasn't it?
Soundhouse.
Soundhouse, then Grand Social. Oh, actually 4 times. Then Academy,
Yeah.
which was like when we supported Doja Cat. And then I went straight, we didn't do anything for ages after that, and we went straight from that to do Longitude,
Yeah.
which was like the biggest like
the biggest
evolution
show. So
ever.
extreme.
Yeah. It was like one gig to another, but they kept getting bigger every time.
Yeah.
It was the weirdest.
And what was it like supporting someone like Doja Cat? She's pretty big.
But anyways, it was the weirdest experience being at her gig because she
Yeah.
sang nursery rhymes but like rapped them, and it was
Yeah,
like
they were great.
I felt like I was on some heavy substance. I was like, what's going on? And everyone was pretty like, bah, bah, black sheep. I
Yeah.
go mad. And I was like, what is happening? But yeah, it was mad support. And obviously, like, it's a great privilege or whatever to, like, even be considered to
Yeah.
support someone like that. Like,
We're
Oh, yeah, for
thankful
sure.
for that. Like it was amazing to watch. on
Longitude.
stage.
What's that like?
mad.
Loads of people.
Crazy.
I've actually never played anything like that in my life. Well, obviously. But, like, I normally get really nervous before I go on stage and I get, like, really pumped and, like, jittery and, like, whatever. You see me backstage
Yeah.
and stuff. But, like, at Longitude, I just walked on the stage and it was just, like, calm. Like, complete calm. And it was, like, everyone was, like, jumping and vibing with us. And when we walked on the stage straight away, we knew everyone that was in the audience was there to see us. Because people weren't... Like, people had signs. People had
Yeah.
signs and they were up the front, they were screaming, and, like, every time that we'd walk to one side of the stage, people would go mad, and then we walk over and they'd go even, like, it was just the craziest
Yeah.
thing. And it went so well. Like, we had some technical difficulties at the start.
What went down?
What did go down? Something happened with the sound or something.
I think there was something with someone's microphone. I think it was just the connecting it.
Oh, what it
Yeah.
was Sean's microphone didn't come on when he came on first.
Yeah.
And then the song like started going really quiet and you could only hear us, which is like the backing singers, and then J-Lo's guitar obviously. So we had to like stop. No, I think we did the whole song, right? Even though Sean
mic
couldn't
came
hear
back
it.
after a while, but it
Yeah.
wasn't noticed at the start.
It was coming in and out, and then we did the whole song, and then they stopped, and we like kept them entertained for a while, but no one really noticed. Like every time we got off stage, we were like, "Fuck! Like what was that? Like
Yeah.
what happened? Whatever." Everyone was like, "Oh, we didn't even notice."
And how do you come down from a feeling like that?
It doesn't. It hasn't registered, like it fully hasn't registered with me at all. Like people are like, "Oh, you played Longitude," and I'm like, "Yeah, I sang a song on Longitude." What the? like what?
Yeah, main stage, like what's going on?
It sounds cocky, but like also it's kind of like I don't care, but like obviously I do care because it's a huge thing, but it's just like it was so mad that like it hasn't hit me yet.
It was just so, it was like, especially being in the artist area.
Yeah, like we were in the dressing room next door to Cardi B, and like Future.
No, we did not.
I seen her in passing, but there was loads of rules. We couldn't talk to her.
Couldn't
like,
even look at her.
Couldn't look at her.
So who gets told the rules? Because obviously there's different like levels of famous and celeb there. So who else was there? Cardi
B was there.
She's
Juice
the top.
WRLD. Yeah.
So there was right. Let's like lay out the scene. So basically, there was the Mansion House, right, and that was for people who were playing the main stage, which was us, Cardi B, Future, Hannah Wants, and
Juice WRLD.
Juice WRLD.
Well.
I think that was it,
Yeah.
right? And they were in the Mansion House with us, and then outside, which was where we should have been realistically, but like, because even the people who were in the like Portaloo section, right? So outside was like a Portaloo cabin kind of a thing.
Cool.
It wasn't a toilet, but it was just like they looked.
Porta cabins.
Yeah. That's where like Slow Thai was, like people who were actually like more famous than us, or actually famous.
Was it Jafaris or was it the other? No.
Oh, Kojak.
Yeah.
He was. He played the day before, right?
Because I thought
he was there. Because he was there in the area the next day, but I think he played the day before us because we played the Sunday, right?
I think the Versatile played as well because their crew was there as well. They weren't there, but we were talking to.
No, I don't think they played.
People, but they were there.
I don't know. I honestly didn't know who the fuck anyone was. Yeah. Tally kept going to me, stop looking at them like that, and I'm like, look at who? And they were like, don't embarrass yourself. Like, don't look at them. Don't keep eye contact with them. But I was like. I was drunk as fuck anyways, and I was looking at people being like, I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I didn't know a lot of the people.
Yeah.
And all the beer was free, so we were
all
pretty drunk.
It was mad, right? So you walked into like the VIP area where all the celebs would hang out. There's a pool, not a pool table. What you call it? Was it a pool table? Ping pong table. A bar section, like a piano. There was a guy doing free tattoos and free haircuts. Like. It was just bonkers.
It was and then in the middle there was a big section of like retro video games and stuff and gun game. It was just mental.
What are the rules? So, who got told these rules? Because I don't imagine Juice WRLD got told.
No. Because there was a lot of us.
There was our whole crew, which is basically like
10 people. Is it
not even like maybe
but there was
6
a few
or 7
people that like Sean brought along as well. There was we had a videographer. We had like his cousin and I think her friend as well. But they were given different tickets.
We were given artist pass and they were given like VIP passes or whatever. So the 3 of them were obviously kicked out like straight away because they weren't even allowed in the Mansion House for like longer than 2 minutes. We were the first one in the Mansion House, so we got told all the rules straight away. Yeah. But they basically were like, there's no people allowed in here apart from the people who were on the stage. So it was only me, Sean, Kaki, Tally, J-Lo. You stayed, right? Or were you allowed to stay?
Not in the mansion, but we were like the rest of the people were out. They took our like passes from us because Cardi B's security were like really, really nervous about it.
Yeah.
But we were allowed outside in the area with all the free drinks and stuff. We stayed there for about 3 or 4 hours, like. Yeah. And then we went off and went to see Cardi B on stage and.
Well, like, was there ever an interaction with Cardi B? Like she's just the top.
So I seen her. I walked past her and I said hello, but she just like shut me down straight away. Because after we played our gig, which was at like 3 something, right?
2:45.
2:45 or something like that. Sean went upstairs to the Mansion House and slept for like 2.5 hours because he was wrecked after the set. Like he was just yeah. So I went up to check on him to see if he was okay, and she was obviously in the dressing room beside us, and she had all of her like friends and like whoever like her entourage.
Was Conor McGregor there?
He was. Yeah, I talked to him, and I walked up to him, and I didn't know who he was for a second, and I was like, oh shit, that's Conor McGregor, and it was also very weird that he was there.
Yeah.
And it's like whole entourage was really weird. Like Tara Stewart was floating around.
DJ.
Yeah.
Was she not playing? She's playing EP.
I don't think she was playing. I think she was just there because her boyfriend's Mango, right?
I don't know who's Mango.
Like Mango Mathman, I think.
No idea.
Cool. I think that's the thing. I fully think they are rappers. Okay. Yeah, no, they 100% are rappers. But I think they're going out. So he was there, and then Neela was there. But Nilo's sound, I love Nilo. Shout out to Nilo, he's a cool boy. He's great. He actually mentioned us in the Sold Out podcast the other day. Yeah, oh cool guy. But yeah, so it was all like Irish. There was loads of Irish acts. Like Kojak was floating around, Luca Palm was floating around. Yeah. Versatile Boys were there. Like there was a lot of us. There was a lot of Irish people there.
Yeah, which is
And
great.
What's next for you after that? Like,
I don't know.
You gotta drop your EP, which we're all
Yeah,
really
well, I'm
excited
working.
about.
So I've been working on an EP for like 2 months. I think it's been, hasn't it?
It's been a while,
But it's been properly like 2 months.
Yeah.
But I also like didn't like any of the tracks I did, so I
She's
scrapped it.
She's a perfectionist.
The whole
She
thing.
needs to
Yeah, I
make it.
scrapped it. I have like two or three songs that I'm keeping from like the whole like year I've been working on songs, and I'm starting to work on them again on September 1st with Adam. He runs My Fault Music. He's like a sick producer. I only met him like 2 weeks ago or something like that. Because I did a track with Tebby Rex.
oh, amazing.
Yeah, and he got in the studio like within 15 minutes. I had my vocals down, and I've never been in a studio where I was like so comfortable, and like he made everything sound so crisp, and like he's very talented at what he does. So I decided to take the plunge and work with him. So I'm working with him on Sunday for the first time, and then hopefully that'll be the first track of my EP done, which is actually going to be the track that I'm naming my EP. So yeah, I'm very excited.
And
It's
will
all
we
going.
be getting it before 2019? Or-
Yeah, it's coming out November 1st, right? The first track's coming November 1st. And then I think the whole EP is dropping in December. I think. I'm nearly sure that's...
Double check.
There's like... Yeah, I'd have to double check. There's like so many dates I have to hit. But I think it's December, and then... Yeah, there'll be plans after that I
Yeah.
can't really
We
mention,
can't
but
only mention
there's
it.
plans after that, yeah.
Oh, wonderful. And what's
Yeah.
your process like?
As in for writing
For,
music.
writing music.
It depends every time. Like sometimes I just think of hooks and I sing it into my voice messages and my messages on my phone are gold dust. Like if I lose them, my whole career is down the toilet. Like but literally I could wake up in the middle of the night and be like like sing a melody, and I'll just wake up and then write words to it. Or sometimes I see words together and I'm like, that would look really cool or sound really cool in a song, so then I write them down and then I add to them later. Or sometimes if I'm in a studio with a producer and I've never worked with them before, whatever, if they put down a beat, I actually do this weird thing. So like I'll sing like a melody that I think sounds really good over the beat, and then I'll try and fit like melodically words that suit it, so like it would become like a catchy hook, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's like the easiest way to do it, I think. But it also means that I can't get like, sometimes when you have to hit like a certain like rhythm with a word, you can't use the words that you want to use, so the song becomes, for like lack of a better word, like poppy, if that makes sense. Like I like to have my songs to have meaning in the words, and like for it to be a story rather than just like blah blah blah, which you're not probably gonna think, because the first song that I'm releasing November 1st, which is the one I'm working on Sunday, is called Berries, and I played it live a few times and it's got sick reactions, like very cool,
like
but it's literally about nothing but berries. Like I was like, let's just write a song about berries, and it's a banger.
Oh
like it's
my
a
gosh.
very good song. But it's just about berries. But people, every time I show it to someone or played it live, people are always like, there's a meaning behind that, right? And I'm like, no. It's like, it sounds real sexy, like it sounds a bit like it's about sex and blah blah blah. And I'm like, no, it's just about berries. Like literally
That
that's
was
it.
what I thought. I was like, you could become like an
A
LGBT
sex icon.
advocate, like with this song.
A gay berry.
And she's
icon.
like, it's
Yeah.
not about that. It's about berries.
And then I was sweating because I was like, I don't want to be a gay icon. What's going on? But then it literally is what it is. Isn't it? It's a good song though. I can't wait to release it.
I can't wait to hear it. And what artists are inspiring you at the moment?
Ooh, that's a good question. See, my inspirations change from like week to week. It really depends who I'm listening to.
What's on your Spotify or Apple Music right now?
Oh, a lot of Kate Tronada. Do you know Kate Tronada?
Yeah.
He's like a producer. He's very, very good. His like bass hooks are
Sean told me
incredible.
about him as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
very, very good. Actually, he's Sean's favourite producer as well.
Yeah.
Both of us love him. Obviously, like the classics that are out at the moment, like Billie Eilish is very good. I try not to listen to a lot of her though, because people always compare me to her.
Yeah.
Like people
Really?
are always like, you're so Billie Eilish. I'm like, oh, I don't like. I love her, and like such a compliment to be like compared to her and stuff like that. But I don't sing like that anymore. I think when I started off doing music, I was very like whispering pop, kind of a creepy vibe, but like I've kind of evolved into something else. Like I haven't really found my sound yet. I think I just make music for what I like to listen to at the time. I don't have like a set genre or whatever.
Have you listened to Lizzo? She's my jam at the moment.
She's class. I actually
Yeah.
have never I didn't know, obviously I knew her songs from like being played on the radio, but I've never listened to her before. But I was on Twitter the other night and I seen a video of her performing on stage, and I was just like, this woman is gold dust.
Yeah,
like,
she's
what?
unbelievable. Like,
She's so, like, I love her energy, like her body positivity, and like all about like being a woman, and like that's so kick-ass.
being
like, I just think
happy.
it's so
She
good.
just gives these
Yeah.
speeches like, I don't know anything about you, but I'm sure you need to be told that you are loved. And then I'm like,
She's so great. I love her
oh,
so much.
It's amazing. And Elle, like, what's next for you with the Good Buzz and everything?
Jesus.
Collective.
This is
sorry.
why it's
Yeah,
so
that's the
nerve-wracking.
backbone of the Good Buzz. Like, nothing would be done. Like, nothing would get done properly if it wasn't for Ella. Like, she's the head of it. Like she has everything in control. Like obviously we all have our own worries to worry about and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, we all have our own business thoughts and stuff. But like, when it comes down to like the guts of like Good Buzz, it's Ella, 100%.
And what does it take to manage a collective?
Oh God.
Patience.
Patience. So much patience.
Especially with the boys.
Oh
Fuck's
my
sake.
God, just like we need a lot more communication. But yeah, it's hard sometimes because it's just everyone wants to do their own thing. Everyone has their own ideas and they want to do this and this sounds great and this, you just have to try and listen to everyone to make everyone happy, but it's difficult at times, you know.
Yeah, it's hard with the collective, like, because obviously we're all our own artists, and people always keep thinking that we're a group.
Yeah.
So we don't want to give people the impression.
Sorry for saying group. I did say group. I was trying to find collective. In
No,
my brain.
literally, it sounds what it is. Like,
Yeah.
we do look like a group in a sense, but we're all our own artists or whatever. So the boys will not compromise their own artistic expression to be fitting in with the Good Buzz image. Like, Tally will not wear anything that we wear. So like, we'll organize a photo shoot, right, and we'll all be matching. Like, when I don't know if you've seen the pictures for the one that Finn Harney did.
Yeah.
It was like all the white or whatever. That was so hard to do because Tally just did not want to wear what we were wearing.
No.
And then J-Lo's always kind of the same. He's always like, I'm a skater, like I just want to be a skater, I want to wear blah, blah, blah. So it's really hard to dress him.
Yeah.
Sean and me are down for anything. Like, we'll wear whatever. Khaki is picky, but you can communicate with him.
Yeah.
Like, he'll just be like, they did like a whole documentary about a guy who like wore a pasta strainer on his head, and
Spaghetti monster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He made this whole religion about like spaghetti because he didn't want to like pay taxes or something like that.
Yeah.
So they had to treat it as a real religion, obviously, because it was like labeled as a real religion. But I just think it's mad. Like, anyone can make a religion. Like, we could make a Good Buzz religion.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
A cult. Let's do it.
Oh my god, I'm so down.
Scientology.
I've always wanted to be a part of a cult. It's so badass.
So you're here now. You're singing. You're living what you've always dreamt.
Yeah.
You know. What advice would you give to someone else who wants to be in that position?
I think, like, honestly, the best advice is to just do it. Like logistically make a plan for yourself. Stick to the plan and just do everything you need to do. Like, especially like the way I did it was, I've been in the music scene in Ireland since I was like 16, and I was always in contact with different producers, and like I was working with Chris Cabs when I was 16. I was in a group called cool, I can't remember the name of the group. It was like the Eminence or something. Yeah, the Eminence.
Yes.
And that's why I actually I auditioned for X Factor
that's how
in
we
that
met.
group. That's how me and Ella met.
When Shannon and Jess were gone.
Yeah.
And Megan. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
So I was in that group and it didn't go to plan. We fell apart, whatever, but we were working with Chris Cabs at the time, and then like working with him, obviously I got like different connections and stuff like that, and then you kind of just like through internet, through Instagram, like reaching out to people, whatever, like you make this like leeway for yourself, and obviously like got in contact with Sean, and then Sean kind of helped me to broaden my connections. So it's all about who you know and like how you get there. Like I did everything I could to get into the music scene. Like I worked with Heavy Rex when I was like 17. I did a music video for them. I don't know if you've seen it. It's called Black Enough.
No, I haven't seen it.
It's the most embarrassing video ever in the whole world. Like it was a joke video. Basically, Nonsense Magnus, you know him?
No.
He's like an Irish rapper. He's very, very good. I'm telling you right now, he's gonna be
great.
famous.
He's so great.
Like, he's very good. But he was supposed to be white in it, and I was supposed to be black. And so like reverse roles. So I had to
Sounds very like.
yeah. So I had to walk in, and like Daffy pulled me aside, and he was like, "Man," he has an American accent. He's like, "I just want to let you know, like, just he was like, just be black. And I was like, what? And he goes, just go for it, man. Just like when you're rapping, throw your hands around, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, yeah. So they like sat me down, and then all these literally like 14 black guys behind me, like hard ass guys, like just scary looking folk, and they were just like, they obviously were rappers in the scene, like knew what they were doing. I was this little tiny white girl just in the middle of them, and he was like, act black, action, and I was just like, it was like, you can tell how awkward it was in the shoe, but like everyone that was there was just like, that was the funniest thing I've ever seen. So like even to this day, people go to me like, you're that like music video girl. I'm like, yeah, that's me. Like, or like when it first came out, I was on the bus and there'd be people watching it in front of me, and I just see myself like, and it, every time I see it, it makes me like cry inside because it's just so awkward to watch. Are you
singing it or just?
No, I'm like rapping his words, like mouthing his words, and the words are, I don't give a fuck about, what's it? I don't give a fuck about no motherfucking flow. I'm a motherfucking nerd on my bed, don't you know? Something like that, like, and it goes, and he like raps hardcore. So I'm just like this white girl, like rapping these words, like acting really awkward. My body's moving in ways that it just shouldn't. And like, I'm mortified because I'm a dancer, like I dance, and I just could not move my body in the way that I needed to do it. Like, it's so funny. But like, just to see the growth from there upwards, like
4 years later.
Yeah, it's mad.
And how do you train your vocals? Do you have a vocal coach, or do you
I
do
did.
stuff yourself? Or?
I did have a vocal coach in college, and I when I left college, I just kept all the notes or whatever. Like when I started college, my voice was so different compared to what it is now. Like I have a musical theatre voice, and that's a separate voice to compare to what I sing like pop wise. Like my musical theatre voice is completely different. Like if you listen to the musical theatre covers that I have on Facebook from like last year or whatever, you wouldn't even think it's me. But it's just like I was trained, they kind of trained me as a soprano, so I was like opera-y kind of a thing. And then obviously like my pop voice is just like, a lot of people say it's cute, right?
It's nice.
Every time I play one of my songs, people are like, cute. I'm like,
cute, very nice.
And Ella, what's been one of the biggest disasters that you've had to clean up, and how did you go through that?
Our stage, it was I kind of just built, it was mostly me and Sean's girlfriend Sarah that did a lot of the work, so it was just a lot of hard work. It was very stressful. I think I started building.
You built a stage for
yeah, Ella built and painted, her and Sarah built and painted the whole stage for Good Buzz, and it was insane. It was the best stage I've ever seen. Like people kept walking past being like, that's the best tent, like that looks insane. But they did it all in like 2 weeks, right?
We started a week before. We started a week before. Me and Sarah did, because I think I got down there, I kept asking Sean, I was like, bring me down to the site because I love doing stuff like this, and he just kept forgetting, he was so busy. And then I just went down on my own one time, and I was like, I'm just gonna come down my own from now on. And I just built the whole thing. I just did it, got it, banged it out in a week. Like there was nothing there before Ella started. Like the tent didn't come until like, what was it, 2 days before or something like that. I think it was the day before.
What would have happened if you weren't doing that?
There wouldn't have been a stage. I'm telling you, she's like the backbones of the Good Buzz. Like,
oh my goodness. And what's been some of the high points for you?
Well, definitely like sharing a room basically with Cardi B. We could hear her next door, She was like, I can hear the Good Buzz back there. It's just, I guess, like seeing them all do so well. Like finally, like back in the day when I was working with Sean, he was younger, and everyone would just, like give him a like just to humour him, be like, oh yeah, we'll just like and share things. But now people are actually liking it and seeing it, and it's just finding nice to see them get appreciated. And I just love helping you get there. Like I just love bringing them up. Like. And
do you want to be a rapper?
Do I want to be a rapper? No, I don't want to be a rapper.
A rapper.
I'm not gonna be a rapper. I'm being versatile. I can be, what was it did I say the other day? Ink's niece Crayola. We're going with like thing over my mouth like, please. No, I don't want to be a rapper. I think comedy rap. I think we did a bit of that, didn't we, back in...
A bit of comedy rap.
Bit of comedy rap.
I was going to start, but I was going to say something inappropriate.
Go on.
Girl, what is it?
Wanna call me fat? That was me in 6th class.
Oh, he's on it.
Give me some vocals. My girl Bobbi Arlo. LSC, build a stage, we'll take it tomorrow. Oh, land is where I'm gonna be forever. When I'm out with my girl, there's never stormy weather, and I'm making things, making tunes, doing it how I do.
Oh my god, Irish music scene, look out.
Look out, it's Louis
Look out,
Maxwell.
it's Louis Maxwell.
Lil
I think
Lou.
we're going to have to get you to support
Lil
Sean's
Lou.
next gig.
I will.
Louis Maxwell supporting the
I'll
EY
just
actors.
talk and rap randomly, but no music.
Like, book him as support
Yeah.
act, 100%.
Let's do it.
I would do it.
I'm just promoting myself. But how have you found the transition from, you know, being a performance background to being a management management forefront?
It's weird. I mean, I like both, but with singing and stuff, like it is, I stand there sometimes and I watch you on stage, you know, you guys, and I think, oh, I wish I could be up there and be with you. It's like, and I miss it. I miss being on stage and stuff, but, you know, singing isn't, I had nightmares every night after your gigs. Like, I imagine myself up there singing and I'm just so bad. But it's great. It's like, I feel proud, like a proud parent or something, which is really awkward, but I feel like they're my children. And I'm just like...
Yeah, like, we're a family. It's not even a group thing. It's like, like the boys are all of our brothers,
Yeah.
like, and like we're family, do you know what I mean? Like, we do everything with each other, and we love seeing each other like do well and stuff like that. We're very supportive of each other. Like, it's just mad to see how we've grown in the last like 7 months, 7 to 8 months. We've like
Yeah, it's mad.
we've all established ourselves as artists,
I
and people
interviewed
know us.
Sean like in April,
Yeah.
and to now it's just so funny. Like,
Yeah.
how big it's gone just
Like,
over the summer.
people know us. People know
Yeah.
our names, and that's like, people come up to us like that have bigger platforms. So it's like, for instance, Nilo.
Yeah.
We met him at Longitude, and I knew of him, obviously, like I listened to his music, but he was just like, oh, Bobby, what's the crack? And I literally shit myself. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, what? Like, hello, how are you? And he was like, oh, that photo shoot that you did with Good Buzz was insane. And we were just like, why are you watching us?
Yeah.
Like, that's the craziest thing.
That's so mad, because like
Yeah.
whenever I talk to people about the podcast, they're like, oh yeah, they always say I listen to the Y-axis one,
Yeah.
and I'm like, that's so mad that it's just gone from that to that. So
Yeah.
it's absolutely amazing. And what inspires you to keep going and keep pushing it?
What inspires me?
Yeah,
As in the collective, or like
your career,
artists?
both.
Oh, like, it's the only thing I've ever wanted to do.
Yeah.
Like,
I think they all inspire each other as well. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of their inspiration is each other.
yeah.
Like, I
100%.
cannot wait for the next Kaki album or Bobby album. Like, I just love all of their songs.
Yeah, like, we're all each other's biggest fans, which is
Yeah.
so cheesy to say. But like, if you look at the streams on Kaki's EP, it's probably all me.
Yeah.
Like, every 2 days I'm like posting like pictures or like videos of myself walking down the stairs with like the music caption of like what was it? Baby, I'm sweating. It's 11:15. I just slept in. Fuck, is you messing? Like, literally, like, I'm his biggest fan, and like Sean's biggest fan. Like, but I was a fan of Sean before I even knew him.
Yeah.
So that goes well back. And then even Tally, like, his track "Need God" with Sean on it is
great.
like one of my favorite songs ever.
Yeah.
I know it inside out, and I keep asking them, like, please let me get on it. Please let me
Yeah,
hop on the
it's
track
so
and do a
good.
remix. And they're like, oh yeah, we will. But it never
One day.
happens. One day I can dream.
And who'd be your dream collaboration?
This is a good question. Oh, I actually don't know. There's so many people that I want to collaborate. Dream
I would
collaboration.
love for you to collaborate. I know it's gonna be bad, but Billie Eilish. I think you both just. I know, but you make something so incredible.
like, I think we would make a very, very good song. But I think my dream collaboration would probably be like Kate Trinada, I think, just because I'm such a fan of his music and like every song that he puts out, or like SJ Lewis. Actually, SJ Lewis will probably be my like peak, because he's done tracks with Claro, and Claro's like my bitch. I love Claro so much. Like, she's my favorite person. His tracks are always great. Like, there's not one song where I've been like, oh, I don't like that, I won't listen to that, or whatever. Like, it's very rare to go onto an EP and be like, okay, press from the start and listen to the whole thing. But like, with him, I like can't stop listening. Every song is better than the next, and for me that's like peak.
And growing up, when you were in school, was your music ability celebrated, or were you kind of like a weird kid to the
Oh
side?
no, I was really badly bullied in school. Yeah, like very badly bullied. And I didn't have any friends my whole way through school, like up until 6th year. I actually been talking to this year today, because my little cousin was like my best friend ever, and she's only a year younger than me, but she's moving to Scotland next week, and I'm heartbroken over her. Scotland.
Donkey.
Yeah, she's gonna have a ball over there, but I'm just gonna be sad because she's not gonna be around. But I was that typical kid that sat in the corner by themselves at lunch, and she would make sure every lunch that I was with her or with her friend group because she never wanted me to be alone. But I wasn't weird. People just didn't like me. I didn't...
No, yeah, not that you're weird, but
Yeah.
I feel I found a common thread since interviewing all the different people for the podcast. A lot of the people who have a thing that they're proud and talented about get excluded.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I think I was very active with like posting covers when I was in school, and I wasn't embarrassed. I was a weird looking kid, I would say. I genuinely thought Justin Bieber was God's gift, and I would just model myself after him. Like, I wore the snapbacks, the whatever. Like, I just wanted to be Justin Bieber.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was weird. So I feel like I looked weird, and maybe that's why they kind of exiled me a little bit. But I was always in the cool girl group, but I was the one that no one remembered, kind of thing. And then the boys would always just pick on me like loads. But I didn't have friends up like all the way up until I started college. Like, I don't have one friend from school, or like from home, even like from Blessington where I live. I don't have one friend that I could be like, oh, I'll hang out with them today. Like, all my friends are from Dublin, or like from wherever they were from when they started college, like Monaghan, and like even the boys like Stamullen, like all my friends live so far away from me. It's crazy. But yeah, I was always just like, I don't know. But I wasn't concerned with people because my year was tiny. There's 16 people in my whole year.
That's
like,
mad.
Yeah, so 15 just did not like me. But it is what it is.
You liked
yeah,
you.
I liked myself.
And where did you find your people?
I was in a drama group from like 6 to 18. Blessington Youth Theatre, shout out, BYT. But yeah, I made my friends there, and I was just lucky enough that most of them, because it's a small town I live in, most of them were in my school. So I'd like hang out with the first years and stuff, even when I was in third year, and people were like, that's so weird. But I was like, that was my friend group. Like,
Stage school.
the stage school. Like, just you didn't see age, you seen like those people think like me, I'm gonna hang out with them. You know?
Yeah, completely. And what was it like for you, Ella?
What was the question?
Being, a creative and actress while in school.
I didn't really have any problems. I was more like, this is me.
Deal with it.
I think people.
You went viral when you were 15.
I kind of.
A what?
I used to have a page, like I make funny videos, called.
What?
Yeah,
I'm already now hearing
She
this.
went viral when she was 15.
It was called like Just Ella. It was during my junior cert, so obviously it was just something else to do apart from my junior cert. But I was getting too much attention, and it would just make me so nervous, and every day I felt pressure to like get up and make a video, so I just stopped doing it. I don't think it was for me, but I do like it. I just don't like the online. I don't like YouTubers and the way they do that and film themselves.
Yeah.
on
It's
the
24/7 and it's
Yeah,
editing
it's a
24/7.
full job.
it's very personal. It was like, when are you going to make a new one? When are you doing this? And it was just too much pressure, you know?
And how big did it go? It went very big from...
Well, I think I did it for a month or two. I got to maybe like 2,000 likes, 3,000 in a month. Like, and
But
I was
didn't
like, I
your
can't do it.
junior cert study video
Oh
get,
yeah,
like,
that went like viral. That was like 50k, 100k or something.
Ooh.
But like,
bigger than Khaki Kid?
yeah, bigger than Khaki Kid. Haha.
It's so funny how easy it is to go viral if you hit one thing, like it hit a nerve with people.
Yeah.
Like, remember I did the tweet and it went like...
The Bobbimory tweet was genius.
Fucking
That was
hell.
hilarious.
I went viral on Twitter by an accident. I literally, like, if you looked at my Twitter, you'd think I'm a schizophrenic. Like,
Here,
I
put the
just...
link. We'll put the link in the bio. You have
Yeah,
to look at
see.
this thread, this
It's-
Bobbimory thread.
So basically, I dress ridiculous most of the time. Just like weird outfits, but I don't care because I like wearing them.
yeah, it's you. It's
Yeah,
your
it's
style.
me. It's myself. But I didn't realize. I was scrolling through Twitter one day and someone's like had shared a picture of Bobbimory and I was like, oh, throwback, whatever. And I was looking at it being like, I have every single character's outfit and I have a picture of it. So I was like, what the fuck? So I went through all of the characters, looked up, got the pictures that matched, and it just happened that I had worn every outfit that they wore in like that picture. So I started a thread of it and it went like viral. But I went viral in England and whatever, and like one of the Bobbimory people retweeted it and everything. Like, it was a whole thing, and I had to turn my phone off for like 2 weeks because it was just like big. Like, even still to this day it comes up like, oh, they liked your tweet, and I'm like, let it die, for fuck's sake.
That's so mad. How do you guys find the positives and negatives? Like, you spoke about both sides of social media.
Yeah, it's scary. It's scary. It's
Yeah.
just very scary. I think I noticed that from the start, and that's what I worry a lot about these guys. But they're so talented, but it's just
Like,
you don't get a lot. You don't get a lot. Of hate.
I've had like so when my tweet went viral, obviously the first thing I thought of was link my music video below it. So I did, and I got like, so the video was posted on the Tuesday, and by the Thursday it was on 3,000 likes, which was like huge for me, because like that's just like a lot of views. But it was actually Bobby Sotelo. Have you ever heard of him? He's like a really amazing,
He's great,
photographer and like videographer and documentary maker and all. But it was his video, like he made it for me from the rehearsals of the Grand Social show that we did. So it was like behind the scenes of like whatever.
The Laura, was it Laura 77?
Yeah, Laura 77, yeah, that's who it was. So yeah, it was like a first thing that I linked it below. But like I got really, really positive stuff back, but there was also people tweeting me like, your music's shite, give up, like your voice is shit, like whatever. And it was just kind of like, oh fuck, like like why would people tweet like, that? But like even like not even in my music perspective, but like the tweet itself, like the Bobbimory tweet was like, everyone thought it was hilarious, but there were so many people who were offended by it, and people who were like, oh, you're so ugly, kill yourself, like why would you wear this outfit out, and blah blah blah, and like just being so horrible. And I just couldn't understand it. Like people were taking it so seriously that I was like dressing up, and they were like, oh, she literally went and she bought all these outfits to dress up in. And I was like, if you look at the timeline, I took those pictures when I was like 16, 17, 18, 19, like growing up. Like they're not like new pictures whatsoever.
It was an evil plan you had for 5 years.
But like people were so mean about it. And then like I got onto like different Instagrams like Growing Up British and stuff like that, and people were being, if you go on to Growing Up British, look at my tweet like on Instagram, people are just ripping me, like genuinely just like slating me. And like I was reading them and getting so upset about it, and then everyone around me was like, but like it's not bad, like it's bad comments, but it's not bad attention, if that makes sense. And I was like, yeah, well, you kind of just have to find new ways of looking at it, but it's so scary.
I don't understand why people love to hate, like someone said you're ugly or stupid or something, like what
I don't see the logic behind it. Like people telling me to like kill myself because I put a tweet up.
Yeah.
Like it makes no sense, and it's just like, it just shows like the evil aspect of humanity, I guess. Like there's people out there who just want to hurt others.
Yeah,
they're not.
I think
so
a lot
good.
of people don't really realise that it's you know, Jen's actually a person.
Yeah.
She is real. She's sitting right here. She's fabulous, and you know.
Thank you.
She's
friends with Cardi
rocks
B.
those Bobbimory outfits. So.
Yeah. For every one person that hates, there's 20 more that likes.
Yeah.
So.
That's a fact. Because I told the story way too many times. I had someone come up to me, why are you starting a podcast? What do you know? And I was like, I'm not proclaiming I know everything. I just want to share what I know and share the people I know with the world. And maybe if it inspires one person or a billion people, it's worth it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
but it's mad how that one person could have such a bad ripple effect on like everything. Like if I got that hate when I was in
2 years ago,
I would have, God knows where my mental health would have been. Like I wouldn't have been able to like leave the house and stuff like that, because it really upsets me, like to know that people are that horrible to people for no reason. They don't know them, they don't know their story, they don't know what they're going through. They say that stuff online and it could absolutely just end their lives. Like it's horrific.
Yeah.
It's horrific.
People are so sensitive and people don't realise.
Yeah.
A lot of people put a lot of themselves online for confidence because it feels like it's not another human being, and it's like a diary. I found lately, like sometimes I'd be walking around and be like, I'm angry at this. Maybe I should write a Facebook status, but I'm like, I don't need to write a Facebook status. But some people just use it as a diary and don't realise that other people are actually reading it. You mentioned the negatives for you. How did you deal with that, Ella?
I didn't really. I don't know. I didn't really. I'd post a video and then I just wouldn't look at it. I wouldn't look at the comments. I'd turn off the comments. I did it just to make the anxiety go away. I didn't do it to like, I just wanted people to stop texting me and stop trying to get me to put up more videos, and it was just so much pressure, I guess. And there were a lot of people that were mean, and I guess it was weird at the start because it was people that I knew. It was like, it's because it started growing from like Stummelin to Balbriggan to girls in my school to Scary, so a lot of people that were commenting I'd seen around, and it was just like,
say it to my face.
Yeah, it was just like kind of nerve-wracking because they're different, they're different in person, and they're online and they're slating you, or like, that girl's in my maths class and she's saying that I'm this and that and I'm trying so hard and all that. But I think the internet's just a scary place. Like it's scary for everyone. Like you can make one mistake, or someone can catch just one off day with you or one off comment and you're done. Like just everyone would just slate you, everyone would hate you.
Or even like, just like someone call you ugly, that could hit a nerve one day, and then you could spend months and months and months and
Why am I
years
ugly?
thinking
What's
on
ugly
why I'm
about it?
ugly, what's ugly about you, ripping yourself apart. Like, I know that happened to me so many times. Like, so many people be like, oh, you're like so weird looking, or like, but like like you just have to be so careful around people because you don't know what will hit a nerve and what won't. Like,
Yeah, it's mad. In my school, they were just like, no nicknames. If we hear people giving nicknames, you'll get in trouble. And I was like, that's stupid. What if someone wants to call me something else? But that was when I was 12. But now I completely understand it. Like, it's like horrible. It's so bad. Now, we're coming to the end of this beautiful moment, this beautiful conversation with two powerful, beautiful women. And this is your moment to let me know if I forgot anything to ask you, or it's anything you'd like to say that you didn't get a chance to say.
buy tickets. Buy tickets to our Academy gig on November
29th.
Yeah, November 29th. It's an Academy. It's gonna be huge.
It's gonna be whopper.
It's me, Sean, and Kaki headlining, kind of a thing. And it's gonna be huge. Like, we've got loads of special acts coming. We've got surprises. Like, it's gonna be a big thing. But we're playing the main stage of Academy, which is like the big room. So it's gonna be a movement. Like, people are gonna be talking about this for a while. So make sure to get your tickets and don't miss out.
Where can I get them? If I don't
Online
know
Ticketmaster.
Or you can get them from me.
It's in the link of all of our Instagrams on bio.
And I'll leave it down here.
Yeah,
So
it's
Y-Axis and the Good Buzz crew on Ticketmaster. So it's under Y-Axis, isn't it?
Yeah.
But the whole Good Buzz team will be performing, giving it loads. So Y-Axis Ticketmaster tickets are €15. They're on sale now. I already...
Woo woo!
have it all
He
ready.
knows.
I know. And it's going to be on the 29th of November. And for those of you who are under 18 and you're like, why can't I go? It's a 16s plus show.
Woo-hoo.
So you can go and have a good buzz and have a good time. And then... you know, live it up. So we hope to see you all there. And where can we find you, Bobby?
At Bobbi Arlo, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we got an underscore, is it?
Bobbi Arlo _ I think it is on Instagram, and then at Bob's Your Uncle on Twitter.
Oh, deadly. And where can I find you, Ella?
You can find me at just _fabulous _Ella. Or just stressing backstage at any gig. So, yeah.
True.
Amazing. Thanks so much for your time
Thank
today,
you so
guys.
much for having us.
It's been
Cute.
so fun. I'm going to try and get a sneak preview of Berries before we go.
Yeah.
Alright, guys. See you next week. Alright, guys. See you next week. Alright, guys. See you next week. Thanks so much for listening, guys. What a fun episode it was with Bobby and Ella. Now, Bobby's single is out on Friday. Make sure to check it out. Berries on Spotify. And right now, I have a special preview of it. So listen up.
I don't discriminate. The juice you dripping, babe. If you're in season, there's no reason for me not to taste. Taste 'em like berries, sweetness like cherries. Pop 'em, blueberries, in the sunshine. Brightly colored, sweet and sour. Taste the power, we deflower. Eating berries in the sunshine.
And we recorded this episode a little while ago, so that gig has actually changed to March with the Y-Axis and Good Buzz crew, so make sure you get tickets for that on Ticketmaster. And have a great week, and next week is the last episode of Season 2, and Season 3 will be back in the new year. Thank you so much again, have a fantastic day.